So it does seem like Warzone is in a really tough spot right now with all the cheating accusations going on. And guys, this is actually one of the best things that could ever happen to Call of Duty and Activision. We are going to talk about it, breaking down the cheater situation and what this is going to force Activision to do, because we've been pounding and asking them for an anti-cheat system in Call of Duty Cold War and in Call of Duty Warzone, wow, Cold War, and Black Ops Cold War. And with this whole integration thing that's happening, just a ton of problems, and this is actually going to force them to put in an anti-cheat in Black Ops Cold War and in Warzone. So let's talk about it. So the Twitch Rivals just happened, or not Twitch Rivals, but a tournament just happened, and there's so many people being accused of cheating, and this is actually a huge problem because when Activision starts losing money, and when we talk about competitive integrity, there is no competitive integrity in Warzone at the moment right now, just because you don't know who's cheating and who's not. And when you have tons of money on the line, it is really bad for investors and for everybody else that invested basically into Activision. They're saying, oh, hey, well, this is not good, this is really bad. Same situation that happened to where people are exploiting skill-based matchmaking and in Warzone, and the app that you can download that could show you basically the skill level of your lobbies, and people exploiting that. They got rid of that and they fixed it super fast, and I believe that we are going to see some huge changes in the upcoming months to follow when it comes to Warzone and the competitive Call of Duty scene, because you don't know who's real or who's fake. And when Activision starts losing money, when they start losing investors, that forces them to make some huge changes. Now, there might be a reason why that all the devs and everything are silent right now. There might be a reason why you don't see any tweets from anybody, because there's a huge thing going on behind the scenes, and I believe that is going to come into basically going to come in the future and coming up, that there's going to be an anti-cheat. Skill-based matchmaking is definitely going to get toned down, and there's just some huge changes that are going to be coming to Call of Duty that we don't know about, but I have a feeling that since everybody's being radio silent, that it is going to change the way Call of Duty and Warzone basically go into everything, into these tournaments. Because guess what? There's so many big names out there that do not play in these tournaments. Why? You got people like Nick Merckx, who says, yeah, there's some shady stuff going on in the tournament. There's no competitive integrity in these tournaments, so that's why he kind of fell out of it and doesn't do it anymore. And nobody wants to watch playing on a private server or custom games. They want to see these bot races in these tournaments, and that's what basically drives viewership, drives the revenue, because people see this and they say, oh, I want to be like that. Well, guess what? When people are cheating and when these big names don't actually play in these tournaments, that actually causes Activision to lose money, and that is actually good for us. It's bad for Activision, good for us, the players, because that means that there are big changes that are going to be happening. It seems like the only language that Activision seems to know is the money language, and when they start losing money, they're going to say, oh, hey, these things actually have to happen. And I have a feeling that they are going to happen, otherwise their game is going to die and go down and not come full circle. So basically, guys, just hold out a little bit longer. I have a feeling that some big changes are going to happen, especially with competitive being right around the scene and everything being on PC this year. It is definitely going to question the competitive integrity, just because nobody knows who's cheating or who's not. Anti-cheat will help alleviate some of that. Skill-based matchmaking will also, help alleviate some of that. Basically, what I'm saying is things are going to be changing. Things are actually moving in the right direction. And the more that people speak up about it, these big names, these tournaments that are actually not going the way that, the investors want them to go, or Activision want them to go, and them start losing money, then there's going to be some big changes. And I am super excited about the future of Call of Duty and what is going to happen. What's going to happen when the league actually comes out and says, oh, hey, this guy was actually cheating. There's no anti-cheat. Everything's being online this year, so it's going to be really difficult to tell, who's cheating, who's not. Or when you have a ton of money on the line like that, people are going to cheat. People are going to try to abuse the system, and it's just going to be interesting, man. Super interesting. And and it's going to be super fun to see what happens when actual tournaments come in and when they have an anti-cheat system and people who are cheating or who are not cheating. You know what I mean? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Always remember to stay blessed and stay humble. I'm gonna keep you guys up to date on the Activision, this anti-cheat, and everything that's happening. And yeah, so guys, like I said, stay blessed, stay humble. Hope you enjoyed the video. Big changes coming soon to Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. Peace.